let's talk about the DSP video. That's
Oh yeah, that.
let's get into that.
Who might you
I
take care of
guess
that?
yeah, I'll take care of that. I'm gonna send this to Phil. I'm gonna fucking bait click, make this title so bait clicky it's impossible not to click on.
I really hope you don't.
I wanted to put out just that. Okay, so from what we met from the guy and from the time that we talked to him, Phil is a very nice guy. He's a very good guy. He's very good.
Yeah, he
And
was
as
nice
you,
to us.
yeah, nice to us. And from what I've seen throughout, I've seen not as I've been watching him for a long time, like around since he started.
And I don't watch him at
And
all.
he doesn't watch him at all, but uh, and I do know, yes, there's some things that he's done that's very questionable. Some things that he's done that's just make him seem like an asshole. And there has been cases where I've been like, yeah, damn it, Phil, why the fuck you had to do that? But however, the amount of attacks that we got on that fucking video
Yeah, they weren't really pointed
was
at. They were not really pointed at a DSP. They were mostly pointed at us for talking to
yeah,
DSP, I
yeah,
guess.
yeah, exactly. Like they were mad that we got him on, and it was kind of like, well, he's still a guy, and that was the one thing I had a big conversation with somebody on Twitter about when I brought up the fact that he was one of the guys that inspired DSP. I mean, PewDiePie. I when they asked me like, do you think that he lied about that? Like, and I'm on record, like I will go on record and say like I don't know, maybe he did, maybe he didn't, but all I know is what he said, and it's not that hard to believe. Like if you really think about it, like from what he done, it's not that hard to believe. Like because Thomas, I told you like what he's done.
Well, I mean, what he does, I've seen what he does, and he self admits that he has not changed over time. So, what he does now used to be what, well, Let's Plays were.
Yeah,
30,
what
40
was
minute
good.
videos of minimal commentary, no face cam of just what's going on in front of them, and occasional comedy and stuff like that. And it evolved from there.
That's what he's done. That's how he's always been. And that's was like how it started. That's how it were. And it's not hard to think that PewDiePie got inspiration from him. I mean, like we're not saying like he has said that he didn't start the whole Let's Play the new movement or whatever, but he was one of those guys who was in the runners. But because he was being stubborn and he didn't change over time, I think that's really the only reason that he's not bigger than what he is. But it's probably for the best that he's not any bigger, because I don't know how he would handle that kind of fame that like PewDiePie and Mark have.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, DSP, if you're hearing this, sorry, but judging by how you responded to some of the people's comments on our video, I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say you're not the best with public relations. Not to say that we are. We are by far nowhere near.
I thought we handled it pretty well.
I mean, I thought we handled it pretty well, but still, I could not stop myself from commenting on some of these people's stuff. Like,
yeah, because it was so stupid. Like when they said that he's a racist, that is like when the one thing I was like, okay, hold the fuck on. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
that's when I first like responded.
I mean, I don't want to be the guy to pull this card, but you're black, dude. I have a feeling you would know. I mean, I'm not saying that because you're black you would know, but you've at least experienced racism, so you kind of can tell when someone's being, I don't know, racist.
Or has said the thing, like when I asked this dude, like, okay, well, show me something where he's been racist. And he sent me to this link, and I seen the video before I seen the playthrough, and I saw it. I'm like, he just made a slight joke that wasn't that funny, but it had to do with race, but it wasn't at all him thinking that he was better than another race. He didn't show any hate for a race, and I thought that was okay. It was just a joke.
See,
and then when I told it,
go ahead.
no, go ahead, man. You said it.
I was just gonna say that's where the newer generation comes between issues of what's racist and what's not politically correct. There's a difference. There is clearly a difference.
Yeah, it was just him not being politically correct. That's really all it was. But when I said that, I gave my opinion, like what he did, they asked me, what's the definition of racism? I'm like, the hate for another race. And then he's like, I knew you wouldn't use a literal definition. Like, nigga, that is the literal definition of racism: the hatred or thinking that you're better than another race. And like, oh my fucking god, these people try to find anything like to kill this guy. But
Yeah.
and when they were like attacking us, some of them tried to, and we shut that shit down real quick because because if they tried to be funny, and we showed why we are doing it and not them. So
I mean, people could be like, "Oh, now you're talking shit about your fans." Well, they're not really our fans because
they're not our fans.
Well, the only reason they showed up to that podcast is because they wanted to stir up controversy because of Phil, and another thing is they just wanted to be assholes. I mean, you don't go to some person's video and start talking shit like that just because you're a decent human being. No, you do that because you are a horrible, shitty person.
There are good, decent human beings. There were actually a few decent human beings in the video that commented on the video.
Oh yeah, there were a few people that were defending. There were some that were like, "Hey, I don't exactly approve of Phil, but what you guys are doing is pretty cool." So I was like, "All right, well, you're nice. I like you."
You see, I appreciate it. And we commented on this, like, "Thank you for watching and like and giving us your opinion." Like at least I respect that. Like, you gave us an opinion because you watched or you listened to the podcast.
Yeah, exactly.
And there was one thing where I did like where it's again, Phil, if you're listening to this at all, man, I seriously love you, man. We both got a lot of love for you, no disrespect, but he was right in a sense when he said that getting Phil on our podcast, which is when we're just beginning, and I knew going in that he didn't have a lot of great PR reputation, a great PR reputation. Like he's not like sadly he's more negatively known than positively, sadly. And I knew that was coming. And so maybe in some cases when at least what this dude said, he was right that maybe I should have chose someone better. But I don't regret it because it was still very cool to talk to him, to talk to a guy that I've been watching for a long time. And I think the video went well. Like, people who are saying I was kissing his ass. I mean, if you want me showing human decency and not being a fucking prick, then of kissing his ass, and yeah, I'm a total ass kisser. I'm a ass kisser to Thomas. I'm an ass kisser to my mom, my dad. I kiss so much ass, yeah, because I'm a nice guy. I show decent human stuff.
Well, I mean, your nose is already brown, so.
Yeah, that's so you're halfway there, guys. Joke.
Non-PC joke. Oh, I'm sorry. Is that too racist for you guys?
Is that racist? Oh shit. But overall, basically what we're saying, Phil, we were glad to have you on whenever, if you ever want to come back. And
I'm picking the next guest, though.
You pick the next guest, though. Yeah. You can pick the next guest, though.
Yeah, you need your little time in the timeout corner.
Yeah, for that one, yeah. But like I said, for anyone who didn't like what I said, the questions I asked and how I asked them and everything, I'm sorry. I didn't give what you were looking for, but overall, good podcast.
Yeah, I mean, it was fun listening in on it.
Yeah,
I tried to give you as much directive from the background as I could via
which
Skype
I appreciate.
Messages. I came up with like 5 different topics to talk about and typed them out, and like I was like, huh, is this what being a director is like? And Basically. Then I realized, wait a minute, no, it's not. What am I doing with my life? Existential crisis.
That's gonna make somebody cry.
Yeah, I just imagine I was like, if I were in a studio, I would be that guy with a cue card that everyone ignores. I'm just kind of standing there with this guy's lines, and all of a sudden he's improvising. I'm like, well, shit, what do I do now? I'm standing here with this guy's lines on this card, and he's going off on himself. All right, whatever.
That's not my fault. Don't fire me.
Please.
No.
It's not my fault they're a good actor.
All right. So now.
Wait, no. Plugging a movie. Crap.
6 Sense, Jesus Christ.
I see dead people.
You know what I forgot to do? Sorry to go off topic of the content creation. I forgot to send. I heard what you said there. I forgot to send the last podcast to Phil.
Wait, which one? The one where we got 20 views or the one where we got 1,500?
There's the one we got 20 views. He
Oh.
tweeted it out. That's how we got. He commented on the video.
Right. Yeah, I forgot.
I want to talk to Phil again though. He was very cool. Like I will say it again. You already heard what I had to say about it, but that dude's cool. He's cool, man. He's
yeah, leave me out of that one.
Yeah.
Again.
Leave you out of that. Bro, next time you're going to be there, we're all going to speak.
But I got nothing to contribute.
No.
Do I want to... Would I be the guy who spoke on behalf of the haters and read some of the comments to him and see his reaction? Or is that going to cause a flame war in the comments?
Yeah, it's going to start a flame war because he's going to start the flame war. Like,
But I don't want death threats.
Yeah, death threats. Oh, Phil's a racist.
No, I mean I don't want to get hacked. I don't want people finding out.
Yeah, them boys do know how to hack. That's one thing.
Them boys do know how to hack.
Them boys do.
Those SOK sons of bitches.
They do.
And I don't want another horse mask to come in the mail.